What's up, everybody? I'm at Outbreak Fest in Manchester with the guys in Oversize. How you doing?
Yo, how's it going?
Hey, man. Cheers.
Yeah, I think you were last here in 2022, so how does it feel to be back?
Yes, cool. It's different. There wasn't a main stage outside last time, so feels a little different. But yeah, stoked to be back. Lots happened for us since then, so yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't rain if you venture outside into the
exactly.
into the main stage.
Luckily we're inside today, so
yeah.
We're kind of hoping it does rain and then people come in and see us.
Yeah. Fingers crossed for rain then.
Yeah, come on, rain.
I mean, Manchester's renowned for it. So,
exactly, Rain City, let's go.
Yeah. Have you got any plans of seeing anyone else while you're here today?
I would like to see all the bands that we clash with.
So unlucky.
We really want to watch Speed. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen for us today.
Right,
so,
right.
But no, shout out Drug Church, Super Heaven. Not Lewis as well.
Yeah.
Great bands.
I was kind of lucky. I went to the London show.
Oh, okay.
So like,
on Friday.
I've seen the bands I wanted to see. Sunny Day.
Yeah.
I wasn't here yesterday.
Right.
So yeah,
Did you
basically.
see Turnstile as well?
Yeah. In the rain.
Nice.
There you are.
Yeah.
It doesn't just rain up here.
Yeah. It just rains a lot more down here, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, and we caught Sunny Day Real Estate and Slow Dive and a bunch of other sick bands yesterday as well, so
Nice.
yeah, we're happy.
Nice. So I saw on Twitter you were going to try and sneak a loaf of bread in with tequila in it. Did that work?
He did it yesterday. Yeah, the bottle of vodka got secured yesterday, and I think his plan is Taz got tequila. He's got a video of the method. Maybe I'll drop that on Twitter.
Nice.
As a follow-up.
I just said grow up.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So back in February, dropped your debut album, Vital Signs. Now it's had like a few months to sit with the fans. How do you think it's been going down? Like, how have people been reacting to it?
Yeah, I mean, we're stoked. It was a couple of years after recording it for it coming out, so it's like that weird limbo period. And it's quite nice to get it out in the world and see that people are still resonating with it, and we still get people telling us nice things. And to be honest, my favourite thing is getting to play the songs live. You know, like I said, we're sat on those songs for like 2 years and not able to. I mean, we could have played live, but I don't think anyone would appreciate the full set of those songs that are helpful.
It's just awkward, isn't it? Because you obviously know the songs and you're desperate to play those songs. So
Yeah.
that like limbo period, it's like the songs do exist but don't.
Oh yeah, and then, like these songs are way better than the songs that we're in currently in the set.
Yeah,
and we can't play them. So, but no, we realise that there's not like a single song that we're playing today that we played last year, the last time, or vice versa. So
Right.
100% different set, which is nice.
That's cool. Yeah, it keeps it fresh for you guys, doesn't it? So
Yeah, it was kind of a bit of felt like a release in terms of like we've been, like you said, we've been sat on them so long that when they did go out into the wild, it's like, right, now we can play the songs that we have transitioned from playing. Like, I like the old songs, don't get me wrong, but as you progress and develop as a band, like, it's nice to kind of like,
especially if it's playing like so many times over and over again, it's kind of like, I just want to play something a bit different this time.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
We feel the set flows so much better as well. We wrote the album to be like a really cohesive body of work, and then that we found transfers really nicely into set lists because a lot of the songs flow into each other organically. So it's good.
Yeah, I think you've said as well, like from the beginning, you guys have always wanted to kind of be like an album band. So it must be really good. Like now you do have an album.
We're an album band. Yeah, we're an album band. We've got one album. Yeah, for sure.
So does that mean going forward, it's probably going to be another album after this one?
Totally.
Or
Yeah, we're writing. We're in the middle of writing the second one at the moment.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So how do you feel then? Like, I mean, I'm kind of like you guys. Like, I'm more of an album guy, but obviously the way the world's kind of going is like people seem to like streaming and playlisting and all that kind of stuff. Like, what's your thoughts on that?
Thoughts on streaming?
Just like I guess the culture is more geared towards singles and playlisting and stuff like that.
It builds excitement, doesn't it? Like to drop feed like an album's worth of singles, etc. I think it's also a good way to, like, if you are going to transition in sound slightly or like elevate those sounds and move on from that. It's a great way to introduce that.
Yeah.
I think fans, I don't know. At the same time, I also like it when just a random drop of a whole album comes out. I think that also has its own weight in a different way.
Yeah, there's different ways to do it, isn't it? Like you say, like you just do like a surprise drop, and then you can just do like, I don't know, if you put out the whole album, but like every month you put out a single until the whole album out and stuff like that. There's so many ways of doing it.
Yeah, I think there's like that weird middle ground now. I think you just got to be mindful of it. The answer is quite simple, right? It's just you just write an album full of bangers, and then you can drop as many songs as you need to as singles. That's the goal, right? So all killer, no filler. That's what the aim is.
Yeah, or even like there's an approach of like Nothing Nowhere did 4 albums last year in a year, which
Crazy.
is insane.
That's mental.
Yeah. So I guess you've done out like EPs in the past. So then, what was kind of like the trigger or like the catalyst to say like, okay, let's kind of move to an album? Because I think you would have wrote like maybe nearly an album's worth of material each time you put an EP together, right?
Yeah, and we actually we wrote all of those songs mostly together anyway.
Right. Okay.
So before we'd even released that first EP, the second EP was already recorded.
Oh, okay.
So but we thought like it was pretty silly for a brand new band to drop an album out of nowhere, and like we just didn't have the money to do it.
Yeah, it's not cheap, is
we
it?
split it up over 2 EPs. It's a bit more manageable.
Yeah.
But so we kind of from the get-go knew that it was never going to be an issue writing an album. All of the members write in Oversize. Sam, our drummer, Big Sam, I'll be like, you got any demos? Got any songs? Oh yeah, I got a couple, and he sent me like 5 or 6 fully recorded demos.
Nice.
Guitars, bass, drums. George, the bassist, also writes guitar. I write a bunch of bass, and obviously Taz writes bits, and then Sam comes in and drops all the vocals. So it's really collaborative. So it's not, the pressure's not on like one person in the band to write an album's worth of material.
Right.
In Vital Signs, I think it really works out even as I think 2 songs each pretty much that we all wrote, and that wasn't done intentionally. It's just the way it happened. But
yeah.
So we're always writing. So when it comes to being like, right, we need to do an album now, we've got like a repertoire of demos to sort of tap into and start fleshing
just like
out.
dig into it and see what works, what doesn't, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, to the point where it's kind of like silly not to do an album at that, that point. We're not going to have to book the studio time and then write in the studio. We can pretty comfortably go, right, we're going to be ready for an album in 6 months' time.
Yeah.
We'll have enough songs.
Knock them into shape and then, go into studio like you went with Lewis Johns for the album, so just go in with him like, this is what we've got.
Exactly.
Is there any way we can like, fine tweak them? Like, what do you hear? What do you think could be done? And then just put them into what they are today.
And with Lewis, I've known Lewis for so long, we've got like a good relationship where, we send Lewis songs before they're like rough demos,
right?
And we work out a rough track list before even in the studio.
Okay.
So there's an element of like, we always do pre-production anyway. We've got the album recorded and full demoed out, and then we can send that to Lewis before even going in. And the ideas are there, and we bounce back and forth ideas, and then by the time we get into the studio, it's pretty much done.
Yeah.
Just bash it out.
Yeah, that makes sense, and cheaper as well. Like saying, going into a studio is not cheap. No. So if you could just go in and like, look, the song's here, let's go, as opposed to dwindling about in the studio like, this isn't right, this isn't right.
Literally, we did this last album in 12 days. It was like bum, 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 done. Just like,
I wouldn't say it felt rushed.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it still felt like we were on the ranch for like weeks.
Yeah.
I think maybe because it was sweltering hot. That kind of slowed time down.
Yeah.
But it just felt very relaxed.
Yeah. More efficient than rushed kind of thing. Yeah.
And maybe that's partly like the music that we're making as well.
Right.
Like maybe lends a hand. It doesn't feel like, well, like you said, we're well prepared. Like if you listen to the demos versus the final product, they're not a million miles away from each other. It's literally just the production value and then a few bits.
Yeah.
A couple of maybe like one subtle change per song tops really from before we go in. So.
Right.
Yeah.
This guy's a guitar nerd, so like he just rocks up with his rig, and it's like, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Lewis like, should we try out a bunch of things? I was like, he's like, yeah, just show me what we're starting with, and then we'll go from there. And I basically plugged in 2 pedals into an amp, and he's like, that's it, done. Cool. Cool. We've just saved 4 hours, like start tracking then. So,
nice and easy.
Yeah, we know before we get in there what we want to do.
That's cool. So what have you guys got planned for the rest of the year then? What's the rest of 2025 looking like?
So we've got a few more festival appearances. We're doing 2000 Trees. We've got some fests in Europe that we're playing as well. And then we are heading out on tour with Slow Crush towards the end of the year in Europe for our first like European run, and cool. Mainland Europe. And we've got a couple more things in the works that not ready to be announced just yet, but we'll probably have another UK run for the end of the year as well.
Busy.
Busy.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much. Any final words before I let you go and enjoy the rest of Outbreak?
Any words of wisdom?
Look after yourselves.
Look after yourself.
That's wise, yeah.
Thanks very much, man.
Great.
Appreciate it.